Hi, my name is Riley Allen. This is my review, Season 1, Episode 13 of Manifest, titled Cleared for Approach. So, Ben wants to take Zeke back to civilization and get him checked out by Sanvi, but he's hesitant, obviously. So, Mick decides to stay with him while Ben goes home. Their plot lines do not converge the entire episode, so I'll just talk about Ben's plot line and then Mick's. So Ben gets home and, his family's all together. And Olive reveals that Cal already told her about the visions, the callings, and she's still here, which makes him realize that Harvey's friends were just so fucking unlucky. He also promises that there's going to be no more secrets between them all. That's cool. And he practices what he preaches. Later, he sees her studying peacocks and remembering the vision he had about peacocks. He asked her, he told her about it, and they talked about it. They're playing a family game of Scrabble, and a brick gets thrown through. Jared's there and attempts to chase him down, but he gets away. He eventually tracks him down to this dude who, from the spray can, as there was a big X sprayed on his door, Ben's door. It's kind of like a hate group that believes that the people from the plane are like demons or whatever. So they get this guy and they kind of have to let him go because they got nothing on him. But Ben took his, location from Jared's file and ends up going to the dude's place of work and threatening him. Unfortunately for Ben, it was on camera. So it made everybody on the plane look even worse and gave that platform traction. Honestly, I'm with Ben, though. I mean, I understand where Ben... I'm not quite with Ben, but I understand where he is. So, Ben and Grace kind of make up, and I think he's now living back at the home. Sanvi has her own little mini plot. She takes the blood sample that Ben got from Zeke and reveals that he is a part of... He was brought back to life. He has the same blood thingy that they all have from the plane. So now they need to find a correlation between them. As she clocks out for the day, she notices an X spray painted on her door. So now for Mick's storyline. Mick gets a joint calling with Zeke that says, go back. So they think it's go back to the cave where Zeke died. Mick goes out to get provisions. In that time, Zeke runs away. But while she's there at the store getting the provisions, she notices Zeke's missing poster and learns from the guy at the counter that he thinks Zeke committed suicide, which he didn't, because of Zeke's sister dying on that same mountain. So they end up going back to the cave, and they don't really find anything, but they get another calling. And Zeke reveals that he believes he killed his sister. He was 15. He got a call, and instead of, just telling the chick that he'll call her back and so he could continue watching his sister, he takes the call and talks to the girl, and his sister ends up dying. Mick is the right person for him in this situation, as she understands that no matter what anybody tells them, it will always be their fault. Although I'm gonna be honest, I kind of feel like Mick's is a bit worse, as she was actively drunk driving, and she was an adult. Zeke was a 15-year-old trying to talk to a cute girl, or what was probably a cute girl to him. It both ended with people dying, but one I think is a bit worse than the other. Zeke's really wasn't his. It kind of was, but at the same time, it really wasn't. Mick's was definitely her fault. But whatever, I digress. So Zeke realizes that go back means going back to the memorial that his parents made on where she died. So he goes there, and with the help of Mick, he builds a cairn for her. A cairn, which is a stone monument, whatever. And then they get a calling with Mick's voice this time that says, go back. Which is, I guess, which they take as to help Zeke get back to civilization. But he wants to go on his own terms. So as they're walking back, this lightning storm happens. I wonder if it's like the same like black lightning that caused Zeke and the plane. Also, Sanvi believes that the plane was the earthquake, so she says that Zeke, or I can't remember if it's Sanvi or someone else. Someone this episode said that since Zeke talked about an earthquake, they theorized that maybe the plane itself was the earthquake, and Zeke and all these people coming, or not all these people coming back, but I think there's going to be more, but Zeke coming back was like an aftershock, which is a good theory. Kind of probably sounds plausible. I'm assuming these people who were terrorizing Sanvi and Ben are going to be recurring antagonists. I think they might go a relationship route with Ben. Ooh, that'd be a choice, Ben and Zeke. Michaela and Zeke. I think that's what they do. I think I remember reading that's how it goes. They have a relationship, but I'm not so sure. And I can't tell if, I know there's like 4 seasons, so I can't tell if that's something later that comes in, and knowing that the relationship's coming, I'm just like seeing it, or if that was always going to be planned. I guess I'll see in a few episodes if Mick and Zeke start, to get closer. But yeah. Overall, I'm going to give this episode an 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next episode. See you in the next video.